Hey guys, it is Ethan. I'm here with our interview for guys, and today I'm here with the cutest couple in the Hold up. I can't fucking speak. Hey guys, it is Ethan. I'm here with our interview for guys, and today I'm here with the cutest couple in the underground, Smoke Bomb and Infyxion. So how you guys doing?
Hey, what's up? What's
What's up?
up,
What's up?
man? I'm just here with my fucking baby. You already know.
Cut the gayness.
I love you.
I I love me too. Thank you.
It's just hella I think it's the most fuck. I can't speak. The most sus thing about this call right now is that I named the group chat gay sex.
Bro, so what? Pride here, bro. What?
I love
What?
gay sex with
Gay
myself.
Me
I
Smoke
just,
too.
ass, bro.
bruh,
With
Smoke,
like,
N5.
shut up.
bruh,
Infi,
like,
shut up. I'm
or,
kidding. I'm sorry.
what the fuck?
I'm not gonna be surprised if people have already clicked off this interview right now.
Shit. No cap.
Bro, like Smoke literally tried to ask me out like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, you know what, fuck it.
What?
Yes, you 5 minutes ago you were like,
What?
Ethan, long distance date me.
Bro, what? Who
Yes,
said that?
yo, dumbass did.
Nah, Ty.
Bruh, just watch all these homophobes just like hear all the gayness and just click off the interview and just be like, yeah, look at these faggots.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Y'all sus.
That's hella sus. All right, maybe we should actually get the fucking interview started. All right, bro, shut up. Anyway, I'm sorry. All right, so I guess the first question I want to ask is, where'd you guys get your names?
Smoke, you want to explain yours?
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Alright, so, before I started making music, I kind of was like bouncing around like different names to kind of have myself pop up a little bit more frequently. Something that kind of meant a lot to me, but something that was like really original. So eventually, Infyxion came about. And where that name kind of came from was, for the second half, which is Shion. It comes from Kingdom Hearts, and the first game that I played was a 358, which had Shion in it, and that was like my favorite fucking character. So, and Shion in Japanese means to be remembered, and Infi, which is infinity for short, is forever. So, under the Japanese context where the words are kind of flipped around because the meaning kind of makes more sense, I named myself Infi Shion, which just means to be remembered forever.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like how like it takes a lot from like another language, and then also
Yeah,
kind of like it's two different languages. Kind of like, for example, like with my collective, i.e., I bring up this collective and like I bring up my collective in like every single interview. But like for example, our name is Incognita Energia, which I take the Latin name for unknown, and then the Greek word for energy. So then it basically means unknown energy.
yeah. So like Infyxion is like a Latin and a Japanese, which are two of my favorite languages because I did actually take Latin in high school and also wound up taking Japanese in high school for a little bit.
I think everyone at one point ends up trying to learn Japanese at least once.
Oh yeah, I mean it definitely is a cool language. Like I
Yeah.
like how it flows off the tongue.
I'm 4 years into Chinese and I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I want
All
to
right,
continue with
Smoke,
this
you want to
language or
explain
not.
your name? Bomb.
Smoke bomb.
All right. Damn. All right. So, like, I think it was like sophomore year, like 2 years ago, and I was in health class with my homies, Jose, Jared, right? And, like, I don't know, like, my boy Jose was just like, yo, you, you guys trying to make, like, like stupid rapper names, yo? And I'm just like, I mean, sure, I don't really give a fuck. And this man is like, I bet I'm gonna call myself Young Flash Grenade. Some dumb shit. And so I'm like, I bet what's my name, bro? And this nigga was like, bro, you could be Lil Smoke Bomb, dude. And so I'm like, Mario, what the fuck, dude? And so after that shit, man, like I don't know, like I went to like this Scarlord concert and shit. That shit was pretty gas. And then I don't know, like he was letting people hop up on stage and shit. And like so I jumped up on the stage and like after seeing everybody like in the crowd and shit, I was just like, damn, like I low key like want to try and like do music. Like I want to see that shit and have it be like my day to day. You feel me? And so like when I started doing music, I was just like, I mean, I don't really got nothing else to go by, so I'm gonna just use Smoke Bomb. You feel me? And then after that, it was just kind of like I didn't want to just be like some stupid shit, so I gave it a meaning. So it's just like keep fucking with sun until like you like set off its fuse and like the smoke comes out. You feel me? Like that's just you're gonna get engulfed in everything that you just created. You feel me?
Yeah, totally get that.
Pretty gas, fam. No pun intended.
Gas, smoking gaseous being, bro.
Smoke gassed right now.
Smoking gaseous being, so I always stay higher than an airplane, bitch.
Smoke
You're
is
like a
smoking
rocket
gas
right now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Anyway, this interview's about to be a lot of fun. Anyway, so what was it like growing up in New Jersey for you guys?
Oh fuck.
Alright, so I'll let you take this one first.
It was shit. It still is shit, man. Like my man's Gray Freak came out here and doesn't even want to come back to this state, and I don't blame him.
I've been there
Like-
twice. I don't blame him.
Shout out to
Bro.
Gray Freak, by the way. Shout out to the homie, bro.
Shout out to the home slice of Gray Freak. But like, god damn, dude. Bro, like it was okay, you know, like I went to charter schools and shit. But no, it's just shit. It's just a really dirty area, man. It fucking sucks, dude. It's fucking gross here.
Nah, yeah, like for me growing up in Jersey, um Jersey has like this weird ass standard. Especially in North Jersey where me and Smoke are at. We're basically like within the ghetto area and shit. So how I was kind of raised and how I kind of like grew up within the state, I was very like different than like everyone else. So I don't know, like I was always like targeted for being like mad weird and shit in Jersey, especially with like the music that like me and Smoke make. It's very not Jersey.
No cap.
Like it's not
Exactly.
Jersey at all. Like bro, like what we do is like more of like a Florida or like a South kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like us kind of making the music that we make in Jersey just doesn't fit at all. So like if you ever notice, I saw me and Smoke never really represent Jersey, and it's not because we hate it, but it's just more of the fact where it's just like there's no point in repping in something where that something doesn't really acknowledge you anyways.
Yeah.
So we're kind of like both in like the back burner of what Jersey is.
Bro, no cap. It's like, bro, think about it this way. Like, I don't hate where I'm from. Like, it might fucking suck where I'm at. But I don't hate it. I just don't rep it because it's not me. Like, bro, up here you gotta be like an NBA young boy fucking dick rider or like fucking clone to even get your numbers up, dog.
Bruh.
The shit that me and Anfi make, bro. He's right. That's more like South Shore, like overseas type shit. You
Yeah.
feel me? Because definitely, like I'm not saying there aren't places up here in like New England and shit, but like I'm definitely saying that like Jersey isn't one of the places where like that shit is like as accepted or like even acknowledged.
Yeah. And like
Yeah,
me.
'cause-
Oh, go ahead.
No, because like especially with like the rappers that we had, like fucking Queen Latifah and like Fetty Wap, like shit like that. Like if you look at their music and then you look at the stuff that we make, it doesn't match at all. Like it's not gonna correlate
No
to
cap.
anything.
Yeah. And like it was kind of interesting, like Smoke, you said you just got to be an NBA young boy dick rider. Well, I have talked to it, like I've just kind of come to conclusion, like over the past, like I don't know how long I've been doing interviews, 8 months or something like that. That's kind of like the case a lot of like all over the place in the U.S. It's just like everyone's trying to be in the NBA YoungBoy wave, but actually, if you're from MI,
Okay.
if you're from MI, from like what I am, you gotta basically be dick riding TJX6 or like Shitty Boys or like that kind of like
Oh
scam rap
God.
wave. I ain't trying to talk. I ain't trying to dog them, but like you basically you just gotta be on that or like you basically just gotta be on that or like NBA YoungBoy to like for people to take you seriously out here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's very unfortunate because it's like there's a lot of people in Jersey who like have really good talent. Like, bro, like Smoke, me. I think Sai is also from Jersey. I know
Um.
Shinigami. Like, oh
Shout
yeah,
out
Sezum.
Shinigami.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yo.
Like,
Psy goes hard. Okay. And
yeah,
my boy No Face goes hard too.
yeah. Like No Face, Mango. Like Mango's from
Yo,
Jersey.
Mango. No cap.
Like Jersey
Yo.
has like a lot of like really good artists who are just like slept on because of like the style of music that we make. Like,
Especially in the underground scene, dude.
yeah, and like that's why like at the same time, like I don't really talk about like my musical influences, but like one of my biggest ones is Shinigami, simply because of like the music that he makes, and he's from Jersey. And like, bro, like Homeboy's like the same age as me, and he's like popped off, bro. Like if I
Yeah,
remember correctly, like he had like a way to like sign into a label, and he just never did because like he wasn't
yeah,
like about that shit.
yeah. Definitely like for me, like the for like one artist that stands out from like Michigan for me is like 666 Chains. I mean, he used to be a Viner, but now he's done a lot more like emo rap stuff and like he's definitely like one of my favorite Michigan artists for real.
Yeah, like it's always good. I believe for like any fan of like music or like any musician themselves should always just look into their state's like really good artists and not really focus on the mainstream artists, but more of like the artists that are in the underground scene. Not
Yeah,
necessarily like
exactly.
SoundCloud, but just like the underground scene where they're slept on because of the music that they make and it's not widely acceptable in their state.
Yeah, and this kind of actually leads into the next question I wanted to ask, but like what are you guys thinking about the New Jersey Underground? I think you kind of already answered this question, but if you want to go in more in depth.
Um for me, it's like it's very difficult to kind of say what the New Jersey underground scene is because it's like this everywhere. But like any kind of like state and any kind of underground artists who make music, there's like a wide vast of like differences between us. Like one of my friends that I went to high school with, YKD, like he makes completely different music than I do. Definitely shout out to him. But like the scene isn't necessarily helping each other out, which is everywhere. Like there's like I think Florida is really like one of those big places where people do try to help each other out
Yeah.
more than any other
Word.
state. But like Jersey is just one of those places where like there is no support from one artist to another unless you like you're really cool with them or if you fuck with the music that they make. Like just other than that, like just because we're all part of the same state, there's really no love that goes between us. Like it's just like all right, cool. We're all from Jersey. We're all making the same like dream. We're all chasing the same kind of shit, but we're not really supporting each other type shit.
Yeah,
Word.
exactly. I mean, I think that's like the case anywhere. I mean, like you said, the underground's very fractured. I've seen. I mean, I can like say that smoke stop. Smoke stop. Anyways, all right. So I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see what Smoke sent to the chat. But anyways, shut up. But anyways, like, I forgot what I was gonna say. This is your fault, okay? This is your fault.
Bruh, I hate you, Smoke. I'm trying to have an interview here, and here you are, just like
Bro, we gotta cancel Smoke on Twitter. Hashtag Smoke is over party.
No. Smoke has a stroke.
hashtag air out the smoke.
Hashtag fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay. I think I was saying, oh yeah, I think I remember what I was gonna say. It's just like the case anywhere. Like the underground, I feel like is like it's you can kind of like identify little factions of it in a way, and they kind of center around like groups of collectives, you know, and I'm not gonna say like, I mean, I guess one would be like, you know, there's a difference between like, you know, like let's say Spider Gang and the collectives that kind of float around Spider Gang, and or like Project, for example, with Golden Boys, you know, and like the collectives that like float around there. Like those are two different scenes within the underground of like friend groups. You know, I'm not saying that
Word.
those two scenes hate each other, and there's definitely a lot of crossover between them, but like they're defined, you know.
Yeah.
Like not only by just the friend groups, but like the sound too.
Yeah, like everything has like its own like, because like it's definitely everything is divided, but everything has its own sound. Like everything is it's within its own like category of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Word.
But anyways, so one thing I wanted to ask is fuck. Can't speak.
You wanted to ask us the fuck?
Word.
Yeah, I want to fuck. Oh man, I'm so tired right now. I'm sorry. It's like it's so hot in this room. I can't think straight.
Me neither.
Bro. Anyways,
Smoke, shut up.
we're doing this. It's only like 11 p.m. and it's not even that late. But I'm just so tired. Why? Anyways, so like, what were your early music influences? God, I can't speak English.
All right, Smoke. I'll let you lead this one again.
All right, so definitely, I want to say X, no cap. Well, I had like a period where I was like really into X's music, and just like a lot of his aggressive shit, like inspired me to do like aggressive shit. But I don't know, I'm like kind of past like the whole like X like listening phase for now, and then definitely I want to say Scarlord, obviously, because you know I make fucking generic trap metal. You know, go peep my album. Hashtag no
Hell's
shame.
inside.
Hashtag hell's
Inside out
inside. No shame. Hashtag shameless promo. Fucking. But like on like the rock side of shit, I really fuck with Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses is good.
Guns N' Roses.
No
Really
fucking cap. Like I don't know. I don't really fuck with a lot of like new school bands. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I feel like they're just kind of like washed up as fuck.
Yeah.
But I do feel like old school bands are fucking hard, dude. Especially Led Zeppelin, man. Bro,
Oh, yeah.
Led Zeppelin Volume 3 goes so fucking tight, dude. And
Is it just
well,
me, or do we hear an ice cream truck?
yeah, no, that's outside.
I legit heard the ice cream truck. I'm like, what? Bro, there's this ice cream truck that goes around my neighborhood during the summer.
Get some cream,
Bro, bruh. And like, no, but the thing about the ice cream truck is it says these like really bad decal stickers on it. So me and my friends joke that it's like the pedo ice cream man.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, like it's a really sus looking truck.
Bro, this nigga's gonna be like, yo, I got some free popsicles in the back for you.
But nah, like going back to the
I'm not even trying to make
question.
jokes. I was about to make a joke. I'm not even gonna try.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's like that rock shit. Like I do fuck with like old school shit over like new school shit.
Yeah, I
Except
think a lot of people do.
I'm not gonna cap. There's like this one shoegaze band that I fuck with.
Yeah,
It's called
shoegaze is the shit.
I think they're called Were. That yo, their shit's pretty fucking hard. Them and My Enemies and I.
So
And I
about to
really
say he was
fuck.
born in the wrong generation.
And I really fuck with Corn. Corn goes
Yes,
fucking hard.
corn. Bro, I wore. Oh, if I go.
Nah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Continue.
Corn on the
Okay.
cob, bitch.
I was gonna say I wore this Slipknot shirt one time that I got from Hot Topic out, and
Edgy.
edgy, yeah. So it was for their newest album. It was like the Unsainted shirt. It had these like executioners on it, and I dead ass had someone walk up to me and was like, "Are you wearing a KKK shirt?"
Oh shit.
Bro, I got
Of course you were.
so, bro. It was like I was like, no, 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 that's not what it is. Like it clearly says
He said,
Slipknot
no,
on
no,
it,
no.
but these dudes like I'll throw a picture of it on screen for people who are listening on YouTube. But I mean, I see where he's coming from, but no, like the hoods are black, not white, and two, they're not pointed. Like this
Yeah,
dude
that's some
saw a
fuck
Slipknot
shit.
cover and thought it was some clan shit.
But
Anyways, yeah. I if
for
I don't think you answered the question about what your music
nah.
influences were.
Um, honestly, my music influences is kind of like all over the place. As a kid, like my mom and I would always blast music and shit like that. So for me, I kind of grew up listening to like Neo, Usher, a lot of like reggae,
Yeah.
um, Spanish music, like fucking like reggaeton, Sean Paul, um, like Eminem, Missy Elliott, um, Wu-Tang Clan, and like I would go into like places like with like rock. Like my first like band that I've ever really listened to was Linkin Park. So like that band definitely like holds like a lot to me. Because that
Yeah.
was like the first rock band I've ever heard of, and I've never heard rock music before, and I really fucking loved it. So like I binged throughout like every single song that Linkin Park made in like 3 days, and I like listened to all their
Wow.
albums, any
That's
features that they
crazy.
done, any mixtape that they done, and then it kind of like went into like Slipknot, Korn, Avenged Sevenfold. I went into like Led Zeppelin, uh, Rage Against the Machines, From Ashes to New, which is my new favorite band right
Word.
now. Um,
Yes.
and then I would go into like other shit where I would listen to like Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, early Drake. Definitely early Drake was a fire.
Yeah, New Drake is not I'm gonna be honest, unpopular opinion, New Drake is not that good.
Nah, he's not. Like like
Fuck
like like he has
Drake.
talent, like bro, like he has talent, but I don't like his new stuff. But
I don't know. It just seems like he's just trying to do it for money. Like there's no it's just all like it's just too commercialized now.
yeah. But then my music then because like basically the music that I make now correlates to what I listen to. So it's just a bunch of random shit. So like I also listen to like EDM, trance music, hyper pop. I like I used to listen to K-pop a lot because K-pop like low key like that shit hit.
K-pop low-key
Like
is like actually good.
bro, like the melodies that these niggas use is just it's insane. Like and like a lot of the beats that they use are so fucking cinematic. And like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, K-pop is like
Exactly.
trash. K-pop is ugly, and it's like I get it. A lot of people say that because obviously it's Korean boys, so it's like a bunch of bitches who gangbang each other. Great,
Yeah.
but like if you really sit down and put like that biased opinion aside and you really listen to the music, it's really good. Like they have good formulas and what they do with the music.
Yeah. Like I actually had a friend get me into like BTS for a second with their song Fake Love. Like I
Bro,
was bumping that.
BTS is really good, fam. Like
Exact.
actually,
I
it
used to
was
listen to like
Love
a
Pandas.
yeah.
It like
Shout
Love
out
Pandas put
Pandas.
me on BTS, and it's just like, bro, like honestly, like BTS kind of inspires me to like make music like that. So
Yeah.
there's definitely like a lot of stuff that I kind of grew into, like
I
Spanish
used to listen
music.
to yeah.
Fucking like Spanish music is a big thing. Obviously a lot of English. I used to listen to a lot of Indian music too.
Oh yeah.
Like I
What?
said, EDM. Yeah, like bro, like there's some like Indian shit that's like really fucking fire. Like honestly, I listen to everything. Like there's no in betweens. Like bro, like there's a lot of shit that I listen to that kind of inspired me to make music.
Yeah. I was gonna say like with the going back to the whole K-pop thing, I used to like kind of be into K-pop back in like 2014, 2013 maybe. I used to listen to I mean this is when I used to listen to a lot of electronic music, but I was into like 21 because they use a lot of electronic beat
Yeah,
a lot of electronic stuff in their beats. So I was like really into that.
Oh yeah, like 21 is good. Like I definitely like when like some of these like pop stars use like a lot of electronic sounds into what they make. Like it's really cool. It's cool how they blend that shit in well.
Exactly. But anyways, so the next question I wanted to ask is like, how'd you guys meet and like ended up collaborating?
Uh okay. Okay. Okay, so this is a really long story and I'm gonna go
Oh,
through the whole thing.
oh
Um
We
fuck.
got hella time.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Fuck,
So
fuck,
all right,
fuck, fuck.
shut up smoke. All right, so
Fuck
basically how
you.
this happened was this is so it all correlates. So right before I really started making music, I was doing a lot of like rapping. I was writing my shit on my notes, and I was like sending screenshots from my story and shit like that. And I was like hyping up like fake fans and shit. Like I was gonna drop a song and I haven't. But in the process of that, I came across Life. Uh, and Life winded up joining my group, and we was talking, and came across Death to Death to Juliet. I believe that was his last Instagram name.
Word.
Um, okay, so I came across him. Me and him were like really cool. I fucked with him, like he fucked with me, and everything was like pretty lit. Um, then somehow my ex at the time, Bella, came across Juliet as well, and all three of us were like pretty chill and shit. And then it went towards to um, I, I was talking to Juliet about wanting to make a
Shout out
collective or wanted to
Remorse.
join. Yeah, yeah.
Shout
Oh
out
yeah. So
Julie.
shout out to Remorse now. His name's Remorse now. But yeah, so back then I was talking to Juliet at the time of how I wanted to join a collective because the collective I made back then, Final Hearts, I was the leader of that shit and somehow I got kicked out. I don't know how the fuck I get kicked out on a collective. It's beyond me. It's actually pretty funny. But I was looking to joining a collective because I just ended up dropping my first song, Terror, at the time. Um and Juliet was talking to me about how he knows Smoke Bomb. And I was like, who the fuck is Smoke Bomb, right? So he
Okay.
kind of put me on with Smoke. And it was me, Juliet, my ex, Bella, and Underworld, which is also one of Smoke's boys who fucking disappeared. I don't know where the fuck that nigga went.
No
Um,
cap. I
so
think he
basically,
died.
yeah. So basically, how we kind of came across was we were all in some group chat shit, like a group call, and
The
me,
Nickelback niggas.
yeah, literally that was the name of the chat, and me and Smoke winded up joining a call together, and we just like spoke, and like he was showing me his music, and I was listening to it. I was like, yeah, like this shit's like pretty hard. So I wound up sending him my first song, Terror, and he was like, yo, this shit's like hard as fuck. And I was like, thanks, fam. So afterwards, it's weird because like then everyone else left the call, and then immediately that same day when we first met, this nigga just started just venting to me hard as fuck about some serious shit.
Oh, for real?
And yeah, and then like I spoke to him for like a good like 2 hours, and I was trying to like tell him that like everything was gonna be all good, and if like he needed like a nigga to like talk to, I'll be there and shit.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, we just got like really fucking close, and that's when me and him was talking about making a collective because he wasn't.
One thing. May I interject, my boy?
Yes, yes.
Fuck exclusive.
Okay. So fuck exclusive. He said it himself.
Okay.
So he was talking about
RIP
deleting
exclusive.
exclusive. Yeah. So like
Exclusive.
basically how this happened, right? Just literally how it happened was he hit me up and he was like, "Listen, like I fuck with like what you do, but like you need to show me effort and shit." So like he didn't take me to like exclusive right off the bat, and I was like, "All right, cool, whatever."
I was like, maybe, bro, maybe.
Yeah. And then like 2 days later, he decided to like hit me up, and he was like, "Bro, I'm thinking about like deleting exclusive and making a new collective." And I was like, "Bro, if that's what you want to do, go for it." So Sainted Solace ended up being born. Exclusive was like no longer there. And then Smoke just randomly adds me to fucking Sainted Solace, and I was the first nigga in that group, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And he was like, "Honestly, bro, I think you deserve it. So here you go."
Yo, I just want to say though, no cap. Shout out to Great Freak again for coming up with with half of the name for the group,
Yeah,
and
facts.
then for the
Nice.
logo, shout out Grave.
Shout out Gray
Yeah,
Freak.
so basically, that then correlates into me and Smoke both like we both knew that we were both in Jersey, and like we both knew that like bro, like this nigga was like 3 towns away from me and shit. So me and he was always talking about meeting up and shit, and then like one day like we winded up making the plans to meet up and chill.
That's when Grief came through, yo.
Yeah, and then I winded up
Shout out
meeting up.
Grief, yo. Fucking love
Facts,
that
facts.
nigga.
So I winded up meeting up with Smoke for the first time, and then I met up with Grief as
I need
well,
some water.
for the first time too. And then we like the first time that I was at his house, we all literally recorded a song.
Oh yeah, word with Alessandro, my nigga
Yeah.
Autmn.
Yeah, and then like Smoke's father made some banging ass empanadas, and I had like 10 of them.
Bro, that
Nice.
shit was, yo, that shit was gas, bro. Yo,
Bro,
my
Puerto
dad
Rican
makes the
food
best
slaps.
empanadas. Bro, he makes the best empanadas in New Jersey, bro.
Bro,
I
I
guarantee you,
I haven't
bro. I
had
don't care who you are, dude. He makes the best. Now, I don't give a fuck. Chicken, cheese, beef. He made fucking beef stew one time, dude. Pizza. Yo, this nigga can put anything in that empanada, dude.
Bro, that's fire. Bro, I haven't had like bomb Puerto Rican food since like my cousins visited, and this was like 6 years ago.
Oh damn.
God
Damn,
damn.
bro.
I'm living in a Caucasian household.
Cajun. Geese.
I'll pray for you.
Pray
But
for
no,
me.
that's how me and Smoke met and kind of started working together and shit.
No cap. Bro. I don't know. Exclusive just wasn't it, bro.
No,
It just was not the
I guess
fucking
for
move.
context, maybe we should talk about how Exclusive died.
Alright, so check it. Everybody was focused on like, or at least some people and a good portion of people were just focused on like working, like, and it's like they wanted to be in the group but they didn't want to like, they didn't want anything to do with the group. It's like they just wanted like a group chat to chill in. You feel me? And so then eventually I was just like, deuces. I fucking dipped, bro. And then after that, like, some people were like, I don't know, some people were just like, bro, like, what the fuck's gonna happen? It's exclusive. I was like, I don't know, but I'm like 100% done with it this time. And then there's some people from there that decided to like take like Tech and Juliet, you know.
Hey, that's my clone, Tech.
You were Tech.
Yo, Tech did
Like,
what interview? By the time this interview's out, the Tech did what interview is gonna be out. So go check that out.
Word, no cap. Shout out my nigga Tech.
I'm actually
But yeah,
uploading
like
it right now.
like aside from Infi, uh like the next two people who were added to the chat were Biz and Crowley. So shout out to them. Fucking delete Earth, Sainted Solace shit. And like, yeah, man, I kept some people from the group who like wanted to do shit, and then the people who I didn't really want in the group I just didn't. And then yeah,
I've been
and
listening to
then
like hella
fucking,
Crowley lately.
no cap, Crow's been dropping some fucking bangers, dude.
Exactly.
honestly,
Crow's been dropping some fucking bangers, bro. But yeah, and then it was like towards the end of December, like around like it was like around Christmas. It was like a couple days after, and then I made the chat originally. It was just called Solace, and then I was like, I don't know, like I feel like 2 words would be better, but I couldn't really think of anything. So Grey Freak was like Sainted Solace, and it sounded weird at first, and it still sounds weird sometimes, but like I don't know, I just fuck with it, and I fuck it. I don't know. Like I just fuck. I fuck with the name. That shit goes hard.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Sainted Solace
That's
with the
fire.
fucking cross for the logo. You know.
Exactly. But yeah, like, it was definitely like I mean, this is coming from an outsider perspective, but I mean, I was around towards the end of Exclusive. I mean, I think the first person I started listening to and Solace. I mean, Exclusive was probably Viz. This was like probably like early 2019.
It's a
'Cause
fucking G.
Viz is a G, bro. I've been a Viz fan for like over a year at least, but uh, definitely been listening to Viz for a long time. And then I think I already told this story before, but I'm not sure. So I basically founded Ego through Reddit, him and Avian through the Reaper Circle collective. Um, and then I think through Ego, I found the exclusive server, and I basically just ended up hopping in. And I can't remember if I told this story before or not, but basically, like how, and this is like how I met you guys, but I basically just like hopped in the call, and I think it was like you, Remorse, Corrupted,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
and
there was like a couple.
Sake.
Say yeah, he now goes by Karsa, and then I swear there was like one more person there. I think
Tyrone.
Who's Tyrone?
Don't you remember him in the Rage server? It was just some random ass nigga named
Right.
Tyrone.
What was the dude's like screen name?
Tyrone.
Tyrone. I don't remember. I do remember we were messing around the Rage server.
That shit was funny as hell.
That was fun. That was fun. Damn, that was like
of
in
course, Ethan.
November. What?
Of course, Ethan
Okay.
doesn't remember the one black nigga name.
Ethan,
Damn, you call
fucking
me out like that.
racist.
I'm getting canceled.
We just called you out, bitch. Ethan is fucking racist, dude.
Hey yo, shout out my man, Big Man Tyrone.
Shout out my man Tyrone.
Bro, but for real
Tyrone?
though, like actual like the dude Big Man Tyrone, like shout to him, he's like hella funny.
I don't know who that is.
Independence for case.
Bro, just shout out to Tyrone.
You know what? Yeah, a shout out to him. He must be cool.
Yeah.
He is
He's the dude
very cool.
that was like every 60 seconds, 1 minute passes in Africa. Like that dude. That was
What
like
the
his most
fuck?
popular video. And then there was like this whole thing. I can't remember the exact history, but he was like basically popular on Fiverr. And he was like one of those dudes who basically people just pay him to say like random stuff. And basically like someone paid him to say that and he actually did it. I'm surprised. But basically it was like some whole like quote PSA is like every 60 seconds a minute passes in Africa. We need to stop this and just stuff like that. And then there's like this whole thing where there was like I think the country name was like Kekistan or something like that, and it was like this whole like fucking threat.
Pakistan.
I heard
Kekistan.
Tekken Stan. Oh, I heard Tekken
Tekistan.
Stan.
Tekistan. Yo, Tech got his own country.
Pakistan. Pakistan.
Tekistan, but with a K. And like it was like I don't know. I think it was me. It was like memeing like countries or something like that. I can't remember. It was like I watched like a whole video on the history of him, but like I don't know. But he like ended up being like the quote like commander of it and like just like the leader of the country, and it was just really funny. But yeah, shout out Big Man Tyrone.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
little bit of like Reddit meme history for you. But
Reddit
anyways,
is fucking godly.
bro, Reddit is like I need to spend more time on Reddit. I'm like I spend way too much time on Twitter.
I feel
Like
you.
like an ungodly amount. I think I tweet like 30 times a day or something like that. Like it's bad. Like it's actually bad. Like most of them are replies, but still like it's an ungodly amount. Like I went from having like I think 1100 tweets like last month to having like 1400 now. Like it's bad.
Jesus.
I have an
No cap.
addiction.
What the fuck?
I have an
Yo,
actual.
you need to get the fuck off of that shit.
I have a Twitter addiction. I'm sorry.
Nah, bro. You just need to delete that shit.
I just need to
Have
delete
some,
it.
you gotta have somebody change your password for you.
Exactly, bro. Anyways, so all right. So this is a question I have for Smoke. But what got you into graphic design?
Oh shit. Being broke. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I realized that I couldn't afford good cover art at a certain point. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just make my own shit. And then I was a big fan of Sake's pieces or Karsa. I was a
Yeah,
big
Carson got some
fan of
good
his
pieces.
pieces. And when I first started, I was trying to figure out how he did shit. And so I would try to do his type of style. And then eventually I don't know, I just started doing my own shit.
Yeah,
When I started messing with fonts and shit and better filters,
yeah.
just
The
picking up
crazy thing
different
is like
tips
both
and
you and
shit,
Karsa do
you
everything on
know?
your phone.
Yeah, on my phone.
Yeah, yeah. Like you can do a lot of stuff on your phone.
No cap. You'd be fucking surprised, dude.
Exactly,
But
bro. But anyways, were you gonna say something?
no,
Oh, okay. Um, but anyways, so this next question is for Infi, but like, what inspired you to like switch your music up from like boom bap to more of like hyper pop and like there was like a lot more emotion in it, stuff like
He
that.
became fruity.
um, shut up, Smoke. Um, honestly, I don't really like have much of an explanation to it, but like for me, um, I've noticed that like within the newer artists that come up, especially within the SoundCloud scene or whatever, like if I went up to people right now and I told people I make music, 90% of people think I'm on that SoundCloud rapper shit, and that's
Yeah,
to be expected. Like that's always the case. Like like everyone expects me to make this SoundCloud style fucking music, which I did start out with Terror, produced by Eternal Rajin. A shout out to that nigga. Um, but my music, I wanted it to like pop out and really stand out for it because from all the artists I really listened to, and from
Oh
all the
fuck.
artists that like I enjoyed, none of them were really versatile like that. Like none of them went to like boom bap to straight up hyper pop to like quote unquote trap metal to then lo-fi to then like hip hop to then 80s pop. Like so
Word.
so within the short time of me making music, which is about 10 months now, I've decided to switch my genres around. One because I dislike being categorized under
yeah. I don't think
quote unquote
anyone
rapper.
does.
Yeah, it's like it sucks because it's like listen, at the same time it's cool because then people now anticipate shit, but I move in a very unorthodox way. I move in a very I do what I want. I create what I want to create, whether I'm good at it, whether I'm not. I don't care as long as I enjoy what I make. Such as
No
the song I
cap.
just dropped like 2 hours ago, Cyberspace, which is honestly my favorite song I've made. Um, but like there's a lot that I've wanted to integrate into my music because solely for the purpose of when I make my music, I make it under emotion. Like I don't make it like I don't wake up one day and I'm like, yeah, today's a great day to fucking record. Like
Yeah,
it's just one of those things where like I like to talk about certain things. Like every single one of my songs, whether it's aggressive, whether it makes no sense to you, it has a meaning behind it. And every song you can't just make under the same genre or the same style. Like
exactly.
it's like mixing each song. You can't mix each song the same exact way as you mix the last one because it doesn't work that way.
Word.
Like unless you use the same type of beats with the same BPM with the same key, you can't mix the same like the same way. So for me to utilize different emotions that I feel, I had to switch up my genres. I had to switch up different sides and target different things because I feel like if I want to pop off in music the way I want to pop off, I have to be willing to be versatile and move in different genres. One, because I want to, like for me, I want to break down the whole genre barrier.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, I feel like we're at a time and age where genres shouldn't matter for music to categorize what an artist is. You know, like if you look at the mainstream shit, and if you ever notice for like Grammys and shit, you can't necessarily put Logic with like the Babies, with like
Yeah.
Little Skies, with
I mean,
like
those are like two
X.
different, like, scopes of hip hop.
Yeah, like it's different scopes. Like it's under the same thing, but it's very different scopes, and they don't always classify themselves as a hip hop artist or a rapper. Like they classify themselves as a different style of artist. So for my
Yeah.
main goal as to why I switch around my genre so much, and I'm always unorthodox with what I drop, because no one knows what's like my next song to drop, because I don't even know. Like most of the times when I drop a song, I make something that same day, and I'm just like, fuck it, I want to drop it. So it's very different genres. The main reason why I do that is because I want to break down that whole genre shit and just classify things as music. Like it should be just as
Exactly.
music or alternative or like shit like that. Like I don't want to be looked at as some like EDM artist or rapper or pop
Yeah.
artist. Like I just want to be looked at as Infi. Like Infi made this, Infi made that, and there's no category with that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And like what you're saying about like we're going into an age where like genres aren't really a thing is like I honestly think the 21st century like we might see like in some way a death of genres.
Yeah,
Because like there's so many people like rejecting the idea of a label or labeling your music, which I think there's always going to be somewhat of a genre because like I mean like to classify like something like sometimes people I mean humans create labels to classify things, but I think especially now with like computers and like the music technology we have now, like pretty much you can make anything you want. Like the possibilities are endless, and I mean it's one of the things I really like about fusion genres, like like trap metal, ragecore trap
yeah,
metal, for example. Like that combines rap and metal together to make a new genre, or like something like hyperpop, which kind of takes like some of it is
like
like
those EDM qualities with like pop, and they
yeah,
kind of put it in
and like
together.
with EDM pop, exactly. And sometimes you also will take rap influences too, and like you mix all these three genres into one, and like it creates something completely new. I mean, that's how music evolves. I mean, blues came. I mean, not rock and roll came from blues. Like
Yeah. Like
people
everything derives from each other. You know, like as
exactly.
much as people don't understand that or don't want to accept that, don't want to see it. Because like at the end of the day, right? People always classify as like music, like and I like as a one kind of person thing where it's like, all right, this derived from this came from these kind of people, and they don't look at it as music came from inspiration from other shit, and they twisted it into something that they would prefer. So like hip hop inspired so much different shit. Rock inspired so much different shit. And that's why we have so many genres and subgenres now. And eventually, like I said earlier, it's getting to a point where there will be no need for genres because everything is just fusing together.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like I said before, the whole, like, with technology is just, it's like, people had the limitations, like, aren't there anymore because it's basically your only limitations is, like, you know, how good your equipment is and your skill level. Besides that, you
Yeah,
can do
like
anything you want.
yeah, like your own like exactly what you said. Your only limitation, and I try to tell like other artist friends of mine, like Smoke Bomb, like I've told him this too, where like you should like experiment with shit because it doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. It does not matter. What matters is if you're happy making it. Because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, if you're happy with what you make and if you're happy with what you sound, other people who can respect and appreciate that will listen to you. Whether they think you're great at it, whether they think you suck at it, they'll still listen to it because they see the passion behind what you do. And if it's
exactly.
true to you, it'll feel true to them.
Exactly. Anyway, so this next question is more for Smoke Bomb, but what was it like? Like, what was the process behind making your album Hell's Inside? By the way, it just dropped. Y'all gotta go
Um,
check it out.
Shit, the process behind it. All right, let me sit down for this. All right, so I definitely want to say the biggest motivation behind the album was it's this song called Hell's Chains by the homie Demon.
Shout out
And
to Demon.
or
Shout Demon.
shout out to Demon fucking Sainted Solace shit. And so I don't know, like if you listen to Hell's Chains by D, it's definitely like a very aggressive and like fiery, like fucking fueled song, you know? And so
Yeah.
like like when that song dropped with this album, I don't know, I was bumping that shit a lot, and so I was like, damn, like I want to make like a project that's like really fiery and aggressive and just aggressive from like start to finish, because like I feel like Armageddon was it was okay, you know, I was like starting out. Like it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Invader Smoke was just kind of like me experimenting with like my antis and shit, just doing my own
Yeah,
thing for a little bit. But then with this, I was like, bro, like I feel like I could like be a fucking monster on some tracks if I just go like straight the fuck through. You feel
yeah,
me?
exactly.
Yeah.
And so what Hell's Inside, like the title is self-explanatory. It's just hell is inside. Like I feel like now I'm not very religious. I don't believe in like an actual heaven or hell, right? But I
Yeah,
feel like your heaven or hell is what you make of it, of what you make while you're here. And for me, my hell is like inside, like because I've never really had like an outlet to like speak my mind and shit like growing up. So I would like always hold back a lot of shit. I would never talk a lot because I would always be silenced, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
all this shit that like I've never gotten to say, like all this shit that like I wish I could say, all this like anything to fucking like help me release the shit. I've never fucking had it. So with this album, I just wanted to like I don't know, I just wanted to let the hell out. You feel me? Like I don't want the hell to be inside no
yeah,
more. You feel me? Like it's always gonna be there, but like
yeah,
this at least alleviates it a bit, you know. And it's like
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I really executed like what I what I wanted from it, you know. Like the main themes about the album are just like relationships, definitely. Wanting a fucking better life, most definitely. Like I talk about now. I don't really talk about money a lot, but shit. At the end of the day, like if I'm gonna like go through with this music shit, and I know that there is some type of possibility that I could get paid and like make this a living, even though that isn't my intentions. I'm not gonna like negate it and be like, nah, fuck that. You feel me? Because like I'm putting my entire life into this shit. You feel me?
yeah,
And like I do talk about fucking money a lot, dude. Because it's like if you really want to like help the people around you, then sometimes like it's just money that helps, you know. And it's fucked up because everything revolves around money. Sadly, you know.
yeah,
But it's like, dude, like if I make this shit a living, like I just want to make a better life for like my father, my brother. You feel me?
No,
yeah.
My
facts. Facts.
homies, and it's like,
The
so yeah,
homies.
like I talk about money a fucking lot, dude, because like if I can get my hands on it, then I can start to help the people around me. especially like
Yeah.
in like in the outro in Grind Zero. Literally, the hook is like money make a nigga start acting up. You feel me? Because it's like, bro, like I'm trying to get this fucking bag, dude. I'm trying to like it's not my intentions, but fuck, dude. If I ever get to the point where it becomes an option for me to collect, right? Then
Then
I'm
you
gonna
go for it.
collect it because I want to fucking be able to help I want to be able to help my fucking fam, dude. You feel me? And it's like I feel like the only way I can is just letting everything out, like everything I've never been able to talk about. Like
Exactly.
I want to say definitely like the best songs to like listen to on the album that could like that I would say show like the most emotion is definitely Stuck in Sin, Leviticus, and Sirens. Those are
Yeah.
definitely like those I want to say because those have like this new like singing shit I was working on, like singing and screaming together, and it's
Oh yeah,
just
that
like
shit's fire. That shit's
yeah,
Yeah.
super fire.
For
I
real. I
appreciate
really
it,
liked
bro.
it.
And it's like I don't know, like those like execute like the most emotion like about relationships and like just wishing that shit was different.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I'm just letting the hell out, bro. Fucking
Yeah.
hell is inside, but I can at least like alleviate some of the pain by, dropping that shit on the mic.
Exactly.
Big facts.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to ask about is like I know you mentioned this with your Invader Smoke album, but like kind of like what's like the meaning of like anti-Zen, like that whole thing.
So anti-zen is like so think of it this way. It's like everything that makes you calm, like relaxing and shit, like that's your zen. You're at peace, you're just chilling. But for me, it's just like I know a lot of people feel the same way. It's like sometimes like you're relaxing and then you start stressing because you're like so used to stressing about shit and now you got nothing to stress about on some like fucking stupid shit and you start to like overthink shit and just like feel like a little chaotic on the inside, just a little like out of it. And it's like that. It's like that's the opposite of my peace. That's like the anti to my zen. It's like that high frequency like combustion of like emotions that like you're struggling to like get across and shit. So it's like I use like the and like I leave them like really fucking high frequency, dude. Like I leave them like really high and sharp because it's like that's what I'm trying to get across. It's just like a bunch of like different voices and shit, like talking
Yeah.
and like screaming over like one another to like try and get their point across. And it's like fucking like chaotic and just like the opposite of like peace. It's like it's the anti shit.
Yeah. So, this is a question for like both of y'all, but like what was it like recording your first song?
I'll start this one off. Oh my god. Um. All right. So
Rest in
my
peace.
first song,
What the fuck?
Terror. Oh man, such memories. Um. Anyways, so like I was just like writing like a shit ton of tracks. Like back then, when I really wanted to work on music, I was banging out like 17 tracks a day, just writing shit. So technically, if we're talking, I easily had like 700 songs written. Um, Only 70 of them are recorded. So yeah. So the one I decided to start off with was a Terror. And the reason why I wanted to start off with Terror is because at the time, Eternal Rajin was my favorite producer, and I really liked the style. And second, I really liked the beat that he did for the whole Dragon Ball Super Ultra Instinct theme, with it. So when I went to go record it, at the time, my ex Bella, I went to her college and they had like a actual studio inside.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so like I ended up going to the studio, and obviously it was free. You know, I didn't have to pay them for shit, and I didn't know what I was doing. But like I told them like how I wanted it to sound, and I gave them kind of like examples of like where I wanted to go with it. And I was like, all right, cool, bet. So they had like this whole expensive ass like get up, and my ex was sitting down behind me, and I wanted to start recording the song. And I was really nervous when I was recording it. So apparently, I didn't know this, but I was grabbing my dick the whole time recording the song.
What?
Yeah,
What?
like bro, like I was grabbing on my dick
This
recording
nigga
this
said
song.
this nigga said he unzipped his pants, took his dick out, and was just holding it, recording the song.
Kinda, yeah. But no,
What?
like bro, like I basically went into that studio on the fact of like, bro, this is some big dick energy type shit. So like, just all I remember is
Literally.
I'm just recording. I'm like, bro, like I'm better off alone, yeah. Baby girl, hand me the rope, yeah. And I'm just like grabbing my dick and I'm thrusting in the air, just moving my body around. And I was like very like unaware that I was doing this. And like after I finished recording the song, I was like, all right, cool. That was actually really fun. Like I love recording. And then like my ex comes up behind me. She's like whispering in my ear. Um, at the end of the song Terror, you actually hear my phone click off because I turned off my phone of the screen. So you hear the little click, and then you hear her at the very end of the song going, because she was right next to the mic. And she goes into like my ear after I finished recording, and she's like, "Oh, like you yelling made me horny." So after my first
What?
song, we ended up fucking.
Oh,
That's crazy. That's one way to turn on a girl.
Yeah. So my first song was pretty nice. I mean, you know, like somehow it racked up 3,000 plays. I don't know how the hell that happened, but yeah. So like, I don't know. Like after recording that first song, I felt like really happy about what I was doing, and at that point on, I kind of knew that music was what I wanted to pursue. So I just kept doing it.
Literal big dick energy.
Bro, literally, big dick energy just put me on the map, fam.
Exactly. Anyway, so Smoke, what was your experience like?
wait,
Bunch of
what?
dumb shit.
Wait, what?
Your first, what was
Please
it like
repeat.
recording your first song?
Oh, I fucking hate it, dude. Alright, so my first song was some screamo shit, but alright, it wasn't the first song I put out though, but so my first song, ass as fuck, is called Damn You. That shit was fucking garbo sauce.
Nigga,
I
what?
made it was called Damn You. And it's fucking garbage, dude. I made that in the summer of 2018. Fucking
Damn.
trash, dude. Um, so I recorded it in my brother's room. I think like I don't know, it was like the middle of the night. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just like kind of wrote some shit right then and there. Kind of hopped on the mic and attempted to scream for the first time. Then I paid and sent my vocals to Dead Triple Three so he can mix them. Then I dropped it. That shit got like no traction at all, but I don't know. I was just determined to do this music shit. So I don't know. I just kept
Same.
making sure and kept dropping. And then now I'm a motherfucking legend. It's like no,
Hey, you getting there?
but yeah, that shit was
But
just like on the
yeah.
mic, dude. I was so awkward. Like I hopped in, I was just like, uh, yeah, smoke bomb, yeah.
Bro, I remember recording my first song. I did this with 1221. Oh my god, I'm not even like gonna
Nowhere.
go. What?
Smoke died, bro.
Smoke is dead. R.I.P. Smoke. But anyways, so basically, like my first,
It's just cutting out, dude.
bro, you just cutting out for real. But anyways, so like I remember recording my
Why
first
does
song.
this always happen, Ethan?
I don't know. I don't know why. But anyways, so like it was like my first time recording a song. I was with 1221. Shout out to him. But yeah, like we were just trying to like we found it. I think it was like a core mill beat. It was like some X type beat, and this was like early 2019, and it was like it was like after I'm saying so much. What the fuck? Uh, it was like the day after Valentine's Day, and I was just it's so stupid. I was so pissed that I was still single, so we just made some rage shit, and it's so bad. Like it's so bad. I still have like I think I still have like the raw recording of at least my vocals, and I'm trying to scream on the mic, and this is before I tried to actually learn how to scream, and I'm still not good now, but like back then I was like, ooh, I was ass, bro. I was really ass.
Yo, drop a link. Drop the link.
I'm not gonna try. Maybe I'll send you. Maybe I'll show you someday. But nah. Infi, I think I showed you one song, like an early song from January that I did. That was
Yeah,
really
you did.
ass.
It was really bad, and I told you it was really bad, but I
Yeah,
told you
and
that you could work on it.
yeah, but yeah, it's really. There's a reason it's unreleased. All right, there's a reason it's unreleased.
No, I
But
feel that. I feel that. Like we
yeah,
all have our bad songs, bro. Like
yeah. I
everyone
mean, it
has
was
their
like
bad songs.
what my well, that was like what my third song, I think. Like the
Yeah.
thing, yeah. The thing is, I didn't really record like a full complete song until like the song that I released, like my first actual release song, which was Quarantine, which I still think is pretty ass. I don't know how it got 800 plays, but it did. I still think that song is ass, but that was like my first time ever recording like, a complete song. Like I got like 4 or 5 like incomplete like demos, you know. Like I have like 4 or 5 recordings that are just really bad, like songs that are unfinished.
No, I feel that, bro. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
like there's actually quite a bit of songs on my private that I think it's so fucking trash, and I'm never dropping it.
yeah. I
Especially
mean,
with the
like
new
every
shit that I've been making. Like, bro, no.
exactly. Like with every artist, like every song they release, you know, there's like at least like 5 or 10 like throwaways in the vault.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But anyways, so oh, go ahead.
Nah, I just like banged the fuck out of my toe.
Oh, I got a joint EP with 1221 right now in the works, but like I still don't think like everything's written. We record one out of like I think it's 8 songs. I think is done. Actually, let me think. Wait, I'm trying to think how many songs are on the fucking out EP. I think it's it might be 7. I'm not sure, but there's like I think it yeah it's like we got 3 like skit tracks like a beginning, middle, and end, and then we have like 7 tracks, like 3, like it's like split into 2 parts. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but it's like split into 2 parts with 3 songs on each part, and then we have an interlude track. So yeah, it's 7. But yeah, we've been working on this EP on and off since like April or something like that. Like even before I dropped Quarantine, like we've been working on it. Like we've been wanting to do like a joint collab project for a long time now. God damn, the voice crack was bad. Um, but anyways, um, so this next question is for Infi, but so I know you really wanted to talk about your album in this interview. So one thing I was really curious about was like, what was your decision to release it in 3 parts? Since Act One, I think, is releasing at the end of August this month.
Um, so there's like a lot of reasons as to why I decided to split up the album into 3 sections. The biggest reason is because the album has 21 tracks on it, and
That's a
it's like
lot of tracks.
yeah, it's a lot of tracks for my first album, like my first project ever. Um, so I've been working on it. Well, I've been planning this for the past 7 months, honestly. Like 3 months in, when I first started making music, I already pre-planned that I wanted to drop an album at the end of the year. Um, because I planned like way ahead of time. Like I already have 2021 and 2022 already planned out what I want to do.
No
But
cap.
so another reason for that, well, yeah. So like the biggest reason why the album is being split up is, one, there's a lot of tracks on the album, and I really don't want, like, especially for like newer people who listen to my music, I'm not established, so it'd be no reason to drop a 21 track album all in one shot, because the album's over an
Yeah.
hour long. Like that, and I only have like 18 tracks on the album, like set. Like I don't have the full 21, and it's already over an hour. And the longest song on the album is about 7 minutes long.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, like it makes it easier if I were to drop it in 3 sections. Um, to one, give it time. Two, it's allowing people to listen to shorter versions of the album, and it kind of builds up hype towards the next part and then the final part.
Yeah.
Because the album, Insomniatic Imagination, it kind of talks about everything. Like it talks about past relationships, talks about breakups, family issues. Like it talks about a lot of shit,
Yeah.
and each part of the album has its own segment. Like for part one, it's more towards like sad shit, and it ends off on a kind of like high note, which then leads into part two, which is more on some like hype sad shit, and then for part three, it's like a combination between like some crazy ass like auto tune EDM hyper pop shit to some like little Uzi type shit to fucking like sad shit. Like it goes
Lil
all over the
Uzi.
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of things that I'm trying new on this album, and another big reason why I'm separating each part of the album is to see how well the first part does. Like if the first part does it like extremely well, then it kind of indicates that what I'm doing towards the album is really good. So it kind of motivates me to keep pressing into the album and get everything done.
Yeah.
So to me, it just makes a lot more sense to drop it in 3 parts rather than a whole big ass part. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean, especially how long it is.
Yeah, it's a really long album, which I don't think anyone really expects anyone to drop their first album with 21 tracks on it.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I don't know, like, I've never met anyone or heard of anyone who's done that type of shit, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, like, my EP of 1221 is, like, only, like, 7 tracks, you know? Like, I think it's gonna end up only being, like, 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's definitely a process with this album because I'm very, aware of shit. Smoke,
yeah.
don't even make the joke. Don't even make the joke. I know you know.
Yo, we met with Grave Freak, and this man was like, "I'm not woke, I'm awake and aware."
Yeah, so like basically the
This
inside
nigga's
joke
stupid.
with that is we went to like Graves' little like apartment when he was down in Jersey, and like we was all talking about like how rappers these days think that they're woke. And then I was like, I'm like I just randomly
He was
said
like,
I'm
"I'm
not
not
woke.
one of these other rappers. I'm not like these other niggas."
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not like these other niggas.
Oh
I'm not
shit!
like I'm not
I'm
woke,
quirky. I'm
but
not like the
awake
other
and aware.
girls.
Yeah, so it's funny because like I never intended to say that,
I'm
and
not
I
like
didn't
the
think
other
about
girls, Miss Jackson.
it. Yeah, so like I wound up saying some shit like that. I didn't
I'm
realize
not
it. So they
woke,
both
I'm
started
awake.
dying laughing, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. But nah, like for the album, I'm very aware of shit. You could definitely ask Smoke, like, bro, like, not on some like futuristic like prediction type shit, but like every time I've told Smoke that I feel like something's gonna happen, it's happened. You know, like I
Yeah.
told him, like I've constantly told him about shit that I think that is gonna happen, and I have like a weird feeling about it, and it's always happened. And then like I've always told him about it, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then like he's even seen it himself, where I told him that shit was gonna happen to him, and it actually happened, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So within the album, shout out to my ex, my most recent ex, Tina. Um, Midway through this album, I was working on like most of the tracks, and I knew I was gonna add some like heartbreak type songs into this shit because I've been through it quite a bit, and it's very
Yeah.
easily relatable. And I winded up getting what I wanted out of the whole situation in terms of I needed a way to get in the emotional aspect of my music, and somehow like I ended up in a relationship with a girl that I never intended to be with, because like I'm very like emotionally like detached from people,
Yeah.
and somehow I ended up being emotionally attached to someone, and shit just kind of like ended off really bad. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but it happened. And because of that, it kind of sparked up a few more tracks on the album that I really wanted to pop off, like Don't Go and shit like that, which is currently all unreleased, but Smoke Bomb's heard the song. Um, so like
Yeah, you
it's
should.
definitely prepared me for the album. It's definitely helped out a lot for shit like that.
Yeah. Yo, you should
So
slide
yeah,
a homie
that's
some
basically.
unreleased.
I mean, if you want, I could definitely send you some unreleased tracks on the album after this.
Bet I'm actually very curious in hearing it because like you've been talking about it a
Yeah,
lot. I'm like really curious in hearing this.
yeah. Like I don't know if you heard Cyberspace yet, but that's also one of the tracks on the album as well.
Nice.
So yeah, like you know, like I said, the album is probably like not to boost my ego, but like kind of more on a confidence standpoint. Is like I definitely think that this album is probably one of the most versatile projects any kind of artist in the scene, like this specific scene, has done, because there's so many different
Yeah.
genres, and a lot of these genres I've never done.
Yeah, and it's a huge album. I mean, it's 21 tracks. You
Yeah,
can't have them all
like
sound the
there's
same.
yeah, and that's the big thing too, where it's like 95% of the album is all shit I've never done. Like, cause like when I started out, you know, like you said, I've done boom bap and like kind of like rage core, quote unquote, and like that's not on the album. Like what I'm known for
Yeah.
is not on the album. So it's just a
Yeah,
bunch of like
exactly.
crazy shit that I wanted to try. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I'm hoping people really like it.
Yeah. But anyways, so this next question I wanted to ask was for Smoke, but like why'd you decide to like grow out your hair? And also, Smoke is the baddest bitch I know in the underground.
Bro, his ass
Yeah.
is so
That's
fat
a
he makes my
fact.
heart quake, bro. Like, oh my
Yo,
god.
that's a fucking fact.
Smoke is a thick boy.
Bro, Smoke is so fucking sexy. He makes my penis go inside itself.
Okay. Well, this interview has been nice. I'll catch you on the next one.
Oh shit. But nah, Smoke. What made you grow up that hair, fam?
Honestly, I was bored.
You was bored, so you just grow out your
He's
hair.
bored. I
Yo,
was bored.
like,
Smoke Bomb 2020.
Bro, like Smoke just
Quote of the
bro, like
century.
Smoke just woke up one day and he's like,
bro,
I wonder what it looks like if I have long hair, and you just didn't cut it.
bro,
That's
I
actually
wish
kind
I
of
was
how like
capping. I wish I was capping, but that's just kind of how it went. Like, dude, like one day, it was freshman year. It was like towards the end. Summer was about to hit. I was like, I kind of want long hair again. We'll just grow it, and that was it.
yeah.
Because I used to have long hair that like went down to my back and shit.
Oh wow.
Fag.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn, I kind of want long hair again,
Infi
so
is
I just started growing
homophobe.
it out again. Dude, my shit was long. Fuck.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wish I could
bro,
I
relate.
just kind of grew that shit out.
bro, dudes with long hair, sexy. That's a fact, all right?
Is there flirting happening right now? Should I be
Yeah.
concerned?
Yeah, lots of flirting. All flirting
Oh,
this entire interview.
oh
All right?
no.
The fucking Discord call it isn't named gay sex for a
Oh no.
it's
This is
named gay
gonna turn
sex
into
for
a
a
gay.
fucking reason.
Bro, this whole interview is gonna turn into a gay man podcast.
This is this is probably the gayest interview I've ever done.
Well, you have Smoke Bomb here.
So the next question I wanted to ask, Infi is, how'd you meet pandas? Love pandas and actually ended up making music with them.
Oh, that's a really good question. How did I meet this nigga? Um, fuck. Do I even remember? Um, okay. So I ended up coming across Ginfinity, which is also like another one of like a really good friend of mine, and we was talking through Discord quite a bit, and then I remember seeing on one of his songs, he dropped a song with Love Pandas, and I was like, yo, like Love Pandas is like really fucking fire, like bruh, like just shout out to Love Pandas. Like if it wasn't for Love Pandas, this album wouldn't be as good as it's coming out. So definitely shout out to him. He's like a fucking brother to me. Um, so I ended up coming in contact with Love Pandas through Jay, and just basically me and him just started talking. We talked about making music together, and the first song that we ended up recording together was "Fallen Brother," which at the time was for a friend of mine. I believe it was in April where he passed away from some seizure shit, um, which is like highly unfortunate. But
Rest in
we
peace.
ended up yeah, definitely rest in peace to him. But we ended up making a song "Fallen Brother," and it ended up doing really good somehow. So we just like started like talking more, working on more songs together, and like he's the one who's been kind of helping me out with like singing and mixing and all this other good stuff. So like we're just like really good at like what we do. Love Panda actually also features on 3 songs on my album, um, which is more than anyone else, honestly, because I only have like 5 features on the album, and Love
Yeah.
Pandas is on 3. So yeah, like me and him tend to work really good together, and I don't know, like what really kind of clicked with that kind of theory was when I dropped the song on my YouTube channel, "Don't Call," freestyle with Love Pandas and Solace, which is his producer friend, and like that song kind of like popped off on my YouTube channel like fast as hell. And also
Yeah.
popped off on his album. So like the song ended up accumulating like 3,000 plays in like three
Wow.
weeks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's weird. Like I honestly really don't remember how I met him because it just happened so fast, and we just like fucking like started working immediately. But like yeah, he's definitely like a really good friend of mine.
Nice.
We're actually I forgot to say this too. Me and Panda we're actually working on making our own Discord server. Um, where I'm also turning the Discord server into like this own kind of underground community type shit.
Ooh,
Where
nice. I gotta hop in that.
yeah, most definitely. So like what me and Panda is doing right now, we're creating this Discord server that's called Code. Um, I believe it's gonna be called Code City, and it kind of represents me and Panda's aesthetics of like what we really go for. Whereas my aesthetic is more of a cyberpunk, cyber goth type shit. Very like
Yeah.
cyberspacey type, like it's very like different than like a lot of these underground artists. And Pandas is more on a retro lo-fi kind of vibe, which if you kind of correlate lo-fi with cyberpunk, it kind of meshes well with the colors and shit. So
Yeah.
we're kind of blending those two kind of sides into one for Code City, and we're gonna turn our Discord server into all of my fan base and all of Love Panda's fan base into one. Because a lot of people like when me and him work together. Like it's somehow just been like doing really well for us.
Oh
And
yeah.
we're gonna start turning it into more of a freedom kind of speech thing, where like all of our fan bases can meet each other. Like it's not so much for me and
Nice.
Panda; it's more for the fan bases to meet each other and get to know each other so we could work on a bigger audience and start gathering more people. But for my aspect, I'm going to take Code City and turn it into something within the community. Because like I've openly said this countless times, where someone like me doesn't fit within this community that I'm stuck in. Like I was pinned into the whole ragecore, trap metal, aggressive hip hop type shit, and it's not something I do anymore. Like I'll do it,
Yeah.
but it's just out of like for fun. Like it's not something I'll just see like, yeah, let me scream on a mic and be the next Scarlord type shit. Like it's not something that like I really wanted to
The
do it at
shade.
first. Like I
The
really wanted to do that
shade.
shit. No, it's not. No, I'm saying like like the whole stigma of what trap metal is. That's the stigma of that shit, and
I'm a
it's
crack.
stupid. Like it's stupid. It's fucking retarded. honestly. Like, and this isn't no shade to anyone who feels like trap metal is a very like fucked up community because I don't give a shit, but I don't fit in that community. And I've noticed for me as an artist, I don't fit in any other sub community within the scene. And unfortunately, it's simply because I was brought up straight into ragecore, and that's not what I make. So for me to be in ragecore and then make hyperpop, no one's gonna fucking look at me and take me serious. And I've noticed this with bigger artists who I thought I was friends with, who I thought were cool. And when I started shifting my music and doing different things, they weren't talking to me as much, and they weren't really involving themselves with me trying to work with them, us doing a song, them reposting my shit. So like at this point, I feel very outcasted by the scene, which is perfectly fine. I don't care. Um, and I used to like at one point I used to get pissed off because
Yeah.
for the people who I looked up to, you know, like shout out to Error, Ultra, fucking,
Yeah, shout
you know,
out
like
SVI.
yeah, like those people around. I kind of looked up to them because, you know, like they were really good artists and shit, and I loved what they were doing. And like I was a fan of like Error when he was fucking Tekken Plus and shit. I was always talking to
Yeah.
him about like self love and positivity and shit
Yeah,
like that.
Tekken's the homie.
And
I mean, Air's the
yeah,
homie. Why'd I call him Tekken?
yeah. So like you know, like I was very like into him and Be Cool and like I am Zeos and shit like that.
Yo, I
And
have
like
an
I've
interview with D
noticed,
Cool and Zeos. Y'all gotta go check that out.
yeah, I peeped that. I did
Yo,
watch it
Smoke,
like
do you
when it
not
dropped.
hold on? All right, sorry, Infi, I gotta cut you off for a second. But Smoke, do you have your headphones unplugged? Because I can hear Infi's voice through your speaker.
Bro, what? I'm on my phone.
Um,
Oh, okay.
but anyways,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
like
go ahead.
talking to these artists, I've always looked up to them, and I've always wanted to work on songs with them, and like even like with producers like Stranded, Eternal Rajin, like Night Grind, Cosmic,
Yeah,
you know, like all these artists and producers that I looked up to before I started making music, and then I started making music, and like I said, this isn't shade to them, but it's shade towards how broken the community is and how separated shit is. They don't look at me the same way I look at them. You know, and like me
yeah,
and Smoke actually had a conversation about this, and it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal for artists to do this, where it's not necessarily an ego thing, but sometimes artists view themselves as a much bigger pedestal, so they won't look at smaller artists like myself and really pay attention or watch what we're doing or trying to like give us
yeah,
advice to like move into the right direction. Whether they fuck with us or not, it kind of shows that they don't fuck with you as much as you think they do because they're not necessarily supporting your movements and shit like that.
yeah,
So,
Word.
you know, I used to get pissed off because it's like, bro, like I put all this like trust and effort and like I've tried to like talk to these artists and you know, like I've tried to be their moral support and give them advice about life and shit like that and try to like push them to the positive direction. And it's just like like they weren't reciprocating that back when I needed them to do it as an artist as well. So I wanted to separate myself from the scene because realistically, I'm not a part of it. I can never be a part of that type of shit because I don't make it. So the whole reason for
yeah,
Code City being a community thing for me is because I want to bring up artists and not just artists, but fans, supporters from like all different types of artists, and
yeah,
have everyone kind of stick together into one thing to kind of like it's gonna be almost like a collective type shit, but it's not necessarily a collective. It's like almost like a cult kind of fan base, like artist support group type shit. Well, like everyone who's like outcasted by the scene and outcasted
yeah,
by like different subgenres can join into one thing and start getting the support that they need, start
yeah.
getting the advice that they need because it's like that's what like a lot of the new artists need, and like a lot of the bigger artists within the scene kind of neglect that.
Yeah, exactly. And like
So
for me, oh, go ahead.
yeah, so like basically I just want to end it off is like so like I just want like I don't want to be the quote unquote called creator of a new community. Like I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck. But like I want to godfather the place and mold it into something where in the future it could benefit your artists.
yeah, exactly. And like for me, I'm kind of in this weird position as an interviewer where I communicate. I'm in with a lot of circles of the underground. I mean, I've interviewed, like, especially now since like I interviewed Mochi, shout out to him, gonna interview with him out. Like he's more like he's kind of in the direction of like hyperpop. He's within that scene, and a lot of the people I interviewed before, and like I interviewed Fukudo and stuff, and he's like Fukudo and Stranded. They're within like kind of like the trap metal ragecore scene. And then like my first interview, I interviewed Aerospace. He's kind of within like the lo-fi scene. Like I'm within all
Yeah.
these different circles of the underground. So like I don't have one place where I go. I fit in. I've always known, and this is like something how I am socially, is just I I move like all around, like within social groups, and I guess there's like a term for it, like social drifter or something like that. But like I never would stick with like the quote popular kids or like the quote like losers, like I always would just like float between people. Like I've always never really felt like I like truly belong like somewhere with it. And honestly, like my collective is like where I'd say is like the first place where I've ever like truly felt is like where I belong, because it's a group of people who like like I grew up with a lot of them. I've known some of these guys for like literal years, like since like I grew up with these dudes. Like we've known each other for a long time. So it's like, those are people I know they got my back, I got theirs, and it's just like it's like a little community, like a few people, and like we're all doing the same thing. We all got the same ambitions. We want to do music, and we're coming up in this shit together.
Yeah. And it's like it's certain aspects within the music scene where like I get it, but at the same time I disagree with it under the aspect of like, for example, right? I've like there's all these like little groups and shit that like pop up, and I'm always like the first one to like hit them up and be like, yo, like I see you starting a collective, like like I'm down to join, like this sound the third. And like I've noticed the only group that's really fucking looked at me was Sainted Solace. Like that's it. Like there's been no other groups
Sure.
like that's like reached out to me and was like, oh yeah, like you seem cool, like I fuck with your shit, let's work, I'll let you in. Like bro, like I've tried like 7 different collectives, and each of those
Yeah.
collectives have never even looked my way. Like they've never even listened to my music. And I noticed because like they'll say that they'll check me out, and I'll check my plays, and my plays haven't increased.
Yeah.
And then it's like they'll either like not respond or they'll turn me down like immediately. And it got
Yeah.
to a point where me being a fresh face within the scene, and like I even prepped myself for the scene before I started making music, which is why I made friends within the scene, which is why I would talk to like producers and shit like that. And like
Yeah.
like I would talk to like fucking Kamiyata, I would talk to fucking Original God, I would talk to fucking like 93 Feet of Smoke. Like fucking like bro, like I would really be like in tune with these big ass artists that inspired me to make music, and then ask for advice on how to do it. And then it's like eventually like I started making music myself, and it's just every other community like or collective doesn't even look my way. So which is why I'm just doing my own thing. I went solo for a few months, and like I came back to Solace, and just look at the shit I'm making now. Like it's a complete
Exactly.
180 to the shit that I made like
Yeah.
within the past 3 months.
And yeah, and like the thing is like with Solace for you, it's like it's like they actually like especially with Smug. I mean, Smug's your homie. Like of course, like they're gonna fuck with you. They're gonna like what you're doing. They're actually gonna care about what you're doing. And like that's the same thing with my collective with IE. It's just like like I invest in my like, and I made it when I started this collective with 1221. We started this collective back in like 2018, like way before either of us started doing music, but we started this collective with people that we got in now, and like we added people over time, and now I think we're at 7 members now. Um, but like it took we basically kind of had like a whole evaluation process of people before we added them, because like we really wanted to know like is this person going to work with the collective, and like we want people who are actually going to put their time and effort into the collective and are actually going to help build it up and not just be a problem and like try to tear it down. And that's why I feel like like Solace for example, and like IE, like it's different from other collectives because like there's like an evaluation process to like adding members. Like
Yeah,
it's not just, oh, how many members can we get. And like I'm not going to name any collectives in particular, but I've seen the rise and fall of so many different collectives within the underground, and I've noticed the bigger the collective, a lot of times, like the more likely it's gonna fail. You know, like it's the thing is like the more people you, yeah, like the more people you put in a group, the more likelihood there is gonna be conflict. You know, like,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna. Yeah, and like I'm not gonna bring up any particular situation, but like IE has like 7 people in it, and like I mean, and when I'm mentioning like, and this is even when we had some conflict. This is back when we had like 5 people. Like there was still conflict back then, and we're all chilled out now. But like it was like this kind of process of us getting to know each other and like knowing each other's like limits and like what we were cool with. You know, like getting to know each other. But now I feel like we're at a point where like we understand each other, and it's like we can really like collaborate and we know what we're like, you know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but you know, that's like
Yeah, no. Like most definitely. Like I've noticed that like a lot of these collectives these days, like it's unfortunate and like, I know a lot of them won't admit it, but like they look towards how good are you as an artist. They look towards how many plays you rack. Like they look towards your followers. And it's like a lot of them won't admit it towards it. And like I'm very like for me I'm very against like promoting my play numbers. Like yeah, like I'll
yeah,
post about it on my story. And I've told you this like multiple times. Like I don't care about the numbers. But like if people want to be petty under the aspect of like, oh yeah, you don't got this many plays or this down a third, I could easily turn around and body like most people within the SoundCloud scene and be like, all right, cool, but I have a song past 100K. How many of you guys can say that
exactly,
shit within this tier? But like you see, that's the whole petty side of what numbers can do. Like for me, it's
exactly.
not about what my numbers do. It's just a song that popped off, and it just happened because it happened. You know, like I didn't pay for promotion. I didn't push that shit out. It just happened. You know, so like for people to like look at like, oh, your numbers matter, or like, oh, how good are you matters, is bullshit, because there's so many artists who we complain about who pop off, who we think are ass or like they suck. But like realistically, it was your decision to turn them down or look the other way and not give them the
Yeah,
shot because now they're on top and you're not, and then you're bitching about it, saying that like you're like the best artist around, and realistically you're not. Like you're just as bad. Like not just as bad, but if you're as good as you think and say you are, then you would be at a higher place because that's what happened, and you're just not. So therefore, you're talking shit out your ass, and that's all because you think that you're better than other people based on your plays. You know, and you only involve people in collectives where it's either a close friend of yours that you've known for a while, or it's just how good your music sounds. And it's like, bro, like that, like realistically, like if you're letting people in your collective based on that, then you're never gonna succeed. Like
yeah,
you're not. Like bro, like you could have like talented ass artists on your collective, but if that's all you're focused on is talent and like how good they sound, then you're not gonna pop off at all.
yeah. Because you actually got to be able to work with each other, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like collectives have to start focusing, not even collectives, but other artists, bigger than myself, as big as myself, smaller than myself. You have to look at the bigger picture of instead of looking for artists who are good, you could start looking at it as how can I help you be better than what you are right now type shit. Because you never know how you could shape another artist and they could be really fucking good. Or, you know, like they could have all this talent in the world and you just refuse to look at it because you're blinded by your own ego.
Yeah,
Word.
exactly.
And like that's like the biggest problem with this scene. Like a lot of people talk about how like they're not ego driven or they're not toxic, but those people who say that tend to be the big like the biggest problem because they cause the biggest
Yeah,
problems. You know,
exactly.
and that's the biggest reason why I avoid conflict.
Yeah,
Like sure, like I've had issues with a few other artists and I spoke about it on a song that was a freestyle that was just me fucking around to piss them off. But it's like at the end of the day, it wasn't beef. Like I'm not gonna
yeah,
sit down and beef with you for what? Like that's a waste of my time. You know, I'm not gonna stoop low to beef with an artist or beef with other people just because they don't like me, or just because they don't see eye to eye with me.
yeah. And that's the thing is like I always try to I always say that like I don't co-sign everything. Like I think I actually tweet this out. Like I don't just because I like someone doesn't mean I co-sign everything they say. It's just like I
Yeah, of
don't want to
course.
like, yeah. And like the thing is like I try to stay out of beef, and I don't take sides. That's the thing is like unless it's like my homie, bruh. Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it? I know damn
Nah,
well
nah,
what you're
nah,
thinking.
nah, 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 nah.
Oh,
All right.
is Smoke laughing about that thing?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Okay,
sounds
You
funny.
okay.
got you got you
Yeah.
got 1 hour. Nah. Choose now. Nah, I ain't gonna bring that up. But like I don't choose sides, because like I don't like unless it's like my homie, like one of my close homies, like pretty much within my collective like type shit. I don't pick sides because like I'm not involved like unless like I really need to, like I don't involve myself in that type of shit, you know?
Yeah. Because there's no reason to, you know?
Yeah,
It's best to
exactly. It's a
stay out
waste
of
of
beef.
drama is a waste of time.
Uh, of course. Because then, like, you just get, like, this fucking, like, negative ass look from other people who weren't even involved in a situation, but since you have your own firm belief, other people are gonna attack you for it and be like, oh, I can't fuck with you because of this. And there's artists
Yeah.
that do that shit. Like, there's artists that will literally attack how you say things or attack how you respond or what you believe. And if it doesn't correlate to what they believe, they'll fucking cut you off.
Anyways, so sorry for everyone listening right now. I just had to cut it. The interview. Sorry if wherever I cut it, it's kind of at a weird spot, but my mic decided to shit out, and stop working, and I need a new interface. So yeah, yeah. Hey, if y'all could hit the like button, and maybe get someone to buy an interview from me, so I can buy a new interface, please. Hey, hit that like button. Tell me who I should interview in the comments section down below. I need fucking money. Buy an interview, please. Anyways. So the next question I wanted to yeah. Anyways, so the next question I wanted to ask is for Smoke is what was like the inspiration for your album Armageddon?
So Armageddon, honestly, I was playing God of War 4, dude, and I was just kind of like, damn. Like, I low-key want to start working on, like, a long project. So I decided that, like, I don't know, like I was playing God of War 4, and it's, like, all Norse mythology, and I really fuck with Norse. So
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, fuck it. Like I'm finna make this album with like Norse style. Do you feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, bro, God of War 4 was fucking lit. So I just tried to do what I could for like for for the album in terms of like titles and shit. You feel me? And
Yeah,
then,
for real.
dude, like it wasn't what I had wanted it to be. You feel me? But like, I don't know. Like, I do fuck with it. That shit will always be like
Yeah.
one of my favorite projects, even though
Hey,
it's not what I
It's got the
expected.
Norse feel to it, so it's really nice. I like that. But yeah,
Yes,
anyways,
thank you. I appreciate it.
exactly, bro. Anyway, so one of the last questions I want to ask Infi real quick is like, what was it like when your cousin Senpai Rick basically shouted out your song "Envy Me" with Tech and it ended up blowing up?
Oh shit. Um, Honestly, it was like really unexpected because when I recorded the song, it was really weird because at this time, like, I didn't have a laptop. I was literally recording music off like Apple earbuds and off my phone. Like, bro, like I was literally inside the bathroom of my grandparents' house, and I recorded the song at 2 o'clock in the morning, being really quiet, whispering into the mic. So like, I didn't expect it to like do anything. Like, I thought it was really cool, but I've always wanted to do boom bap, and I ended up having the song done. It was mixed, and then I dropped it. And out of nowhere, my Poppy Rick ended up reposting a song and then putting it as his YouTube's intro. So his YouTube channel at the time was really popping off, I think it had like 40,000 subscribers and shit.
Shout
Yeah.
And
out to Sun Puppy.
Shout out
word,
to
word.
Senpai Poppy.
Yes, definitely shout out to Senpapi for this. Currently it's at like 80,000 subs around there. So, like over time, I started noticing the song on my SoundCloud was doing really good, and I think within about a month it had reached 10K. Um, which really blew my mind because like I never thought that my song would hit 10K, especially like it being my very second song released. Um, so it was like
Yeah.
a very weird experience to just see like, oh shit, like this song hit 10K, that's cool. So then I decided to make a YouTube channel and put the song on YouTube. Then it started popping off on YouTube way faster than it did on SoundCloud because obviously not too many people use SoundCloud anymore. So people went on my YouTube channel. There was now a link, so they went to the link. They listened to the song, and then I wound up buying the beat, um, and I wound up putting it on Spotify. So
Yeah.
On Spotify right now, it has about 60,000 plays.
Yeah.
Um,
You got like 6K monthly listeners. It's crazy.
yeah, like I'm racking like 6K monthly listeners every month just for that song by itself. And like it's really cool. Um, but it's also like a weird thing too. Like it's like a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because the biggest problem with having a song so early blow up and then people only knowing you for that song is that when I switched my genres around and I stopped doing boom bap for a little bit, like right now I'm not really doing boom bap at all. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you should go back to your old style, this and the third.
Yeah.
Like make like another Envy Me," and like the pressure kind of got to me a bit because like as an artist, it makes you feel weird because it's like my music now. I firmly believe shits on all my other shit, like
Yeah.
by far, like by distant. Like to me, Envy Me is not a good song anymore. Like when it first dropped, it was really great. You know, I enjoyed writing it. I had really good
Yeah.
bars in it, and you know, for the fans, supporters, you know, whatever, who really loved the song, it was cool to see that they like react in such a great way. And currently, the song has about 120,000 streams.
God damn.
That's
Yeah,
I'm so
crazy.
proud.
yeah, like it's crazy because with that song alone, it broke two of my goals for the year, which the goal was to get past 5,000 streams and then 10,000 streams this year, which was the goal. And I ended up this year within 10 months of making music going to 140,000 streams in
Yeah.
total for everything.
That's crazy.
Um, yes, hold up. So like the whole situation of when the song dropped, um, yes, like when the song dropped, it was very weird, and because of the whole, you know, it blowing up the way it did, people now kind of expect more of that. And
Yeah.
I am making an Envy Me too. Because I did promise if the song got to 100,000 streams, I'll make a part two to it. And part two is going to be on the album that I'm dropping. So I don't know. It's cool. It's great. Definitely shout out to Some Poppy for that though. Without his shout out for the song and using it for his YouTube intro, then I wouldn't be known the way I am through the YouTube
Yeah.
community, especially the gaming community. Like the gaming community on YouTube has like really been on my music recently.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the gaming community for real. Like they really help a lot of artists blow up in the underground.
Yeah, like it's insane because like for especially for my music, like a lot of people have been commenting recently, like the newer songs that I'm making is very like video game esque. Like a lot of gamers like really like the music that I'm dropping now, and like it's been popping off. Like even Snow and Blows has been like doing like surprisingly good. Um, for it just being like a weird '80s pop song that I've never done, and it's just
Yeah.
like you know just the music now. Like I'm shifting my music towards a gaming style, like the sounds of it's more like a video game shit, like really retro or spacey, because of that gaming side of aspect of them really liking my music. So I want to like I want to appeal towards them the most, because honestly, they're the ones who are really blowing up my songs.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, but anyways, so one of the last questions I wanted to ask is like, what are your guys like plans like for your music within the next couple of years, or like just plans in general?
Bro,
Smoke,
all,
answer this?
all I can say, all I can say, no cap. I think, I think there's three things, or no, there's four things that I could definitely say are about a hit for good old Smokey Nami.
Yeah.
One, one, we got some motherfucking funk smunk on the way. Know what I mean?
Ooh.
Some fucking funk shit I've been working on. I've been working on a lot of funk shit recently, dude. This has been
Facts.
all over my story.
Facts. And it's really good
Um,
too. It's really good.
Thank you, bro. Some fucking soft singing smoke. Nah, I
Ooh,
mean,
sad smoke,
I've
sad
been working
smoke.
on that shit too. Uh, some fucking Sainted Solace shit, no cap, right?
Sainted Solace Volume 1.
Sainted Solace Volume 1. Dark Tournament EP. and, and
Welcome to
definitely,
Smoke's Bunker.
welcome to Smoke's Bunker EP. And definitely a shit ton more screaming. You already know how I get the fuck down, my guy.
Screaming
Facts.
smoke.
As for me, I like where my music is heading right now. Honestly, like it's really fun making what I'm making right now. Like the whole like auto-tune kind of like trap-esque, like cybernetic trap, like that
Yeah.
cyberpunk kind of vibe. Like it's like I don't think anyone expected me to do that and shift towards it so quickly and actually
Yeah.
be pretty decent at it. So definitely there's gonna be a lot more of that. Um, I am gonna start producing my own shit soon because I have like a crazy ass like plan and idea that I want to like see out. Which like I'll expose some of it because it's not gonna be brought to light anytime soon. Um, but I do plan on increasing the fusion of different genres. Um, but instead of like putting like two very different things and meshing it into one beat and one style, I plan on doing it a more generic way of meshing two or three different styles of beats into one, but having each beat play out almost like it'll be something like, for example, like I did it for she said plus plus exe, where the first half was boom bap and then the second
Yeah.
half was like aggressive trap shit. It's gonna be a lot more of that, but more in depth with it. So I think in the future my songs are gonna be like longer. My songs will be about 4 minutes long, 3, 4, 5 minutes long at that time. And I will be messing around with a lot of digicore, EDM, trance. I am planning on making a few like actual rock songs, like alternative rock, like not necessarily trap metal, but definitely like alternative rock, like punk rock. More like emo rap. I will go back to boom bap as well, and there's definitely a lot of ideas that I want to do. There's 3 albums, well, two EPs next year and an album that I've already planned out and know what I'm doing for each one. Um, there's going to be a few side projects that I'm working on with Love Pandas and stuff like that, which we spoke about right before this interview that we're going to plan on doing challenges with each other once a month,
Nice.
and we're going to be posting it on my YouTube channel. With how everything's going to work. More details will obviously be brought up in the future, but yeah, there's a lot that I'm planning. I've always told myself, and I told Smoke, I do plan on popping off by 2024.
Yeah.
And there's a reason I say that because this year is just my experimental shit. I'm just fucking around. Next year is going to be more experimenting, but more sticking to what I really like to do. And then by 2023 is going to be when I start kicking off what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And I do firmly believe that by 2024 I will start getting some high high recognition on what I'm trying to do. Because, like I said earlier, I'm planning on fucking all genres up. Like, they're with me, like, my whole intention with my music in the future, you're not going to be able to classify it as a genre. There's no way. Because there's going to be so much shit involved. It's literally going to be on some rock shit, digicore shit, and boom bap shit all on one song. Which I don't know if it's possible, but we're going to work on that shit, bro.
No kizzy, my nizzy.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely expect some really crazy shit from me in the future, bro. Because I'm really going in on this.
Yeah, for
Ain't
real.
that right, Smock? Damn, Smock don't love me, bro.
Yeah.
Damn
Anyways, damn straight. Hey, so the last question I wanted to ask is, what do you guys like? What is your message to the underground?
All right, Smock, I'll let you go first on this.
My message to the underground: no matter what the fuck you're doing, if you enjoy doing it, then keep fucking doing it. Unless you are like directly biting somebody's like fucking left ass cheeks, then no, you need to stop. But nah, for real, if you have a passion, if you have a fucking passion, and you really want to go the distance and put in the fucking work, don't fucking give up. Because the minute you give up on yourself is the minute that you give up on your fucking craft, and that's when shit starts going sideways, man. Just keep working.
Stay focused.
Never give up. Stay fucking focused, dude. Like even in the darkest times, stay focused.
Yeah, because you never know when shit might turn out good,
Bro, like, dude, like, you can ask fucking Infi, dude. We would sit there and talk about, like, how everything is, like, slowing down and shit is getting really ass, but, like, we still, like, kept hope up and just kept putting shit out and just kept working through it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Exactly.
You just gotta keep talking, dude. You just gotta keep fucking grinding. Grind don't stop. I already started working on the next album.
Always keep improving. Yeah.
But all right, my message towards the underground scene. Honestly, like, I don't know who needs to hear this shit, but realistically, at the end of the day, it's gonna kind of correlate to Smoke. But be yourself, bro. Like to be honest, and I'm not trying to point the finger and call shit out, but there's too many niggas trying to be clones or trying to be the second this or trying to be the second X or trying to be the second peep. And it's like, I get it. Like, bro, like, trust me. Like, bro, I honestly get it. Like, they're huge inspirations. They changed your life. They made you decide what you want to do. But honestly, be yourself, bro. Because, like, realistically, I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble, but you're not going to be better than them. Like, under the circumstances of you being the next them and then surpassing them, it's never going to happen. And it's not on some, like... And it's not going to be on some negative shit. It's on some, like, realistic shit. Like, they're not.
Yeah, you can't replace someone, people aren't replaceable.
Yeah, and which also correlates into, bro, like, under that aspect of no one can be replaced, that's more than enough reason to be yourself and make what you want to make.
Exactly.
Like, bro, fuck the scene. Like, seriously, fuck the scene. Fuck anyone else who doesn't fucking listen to your music. Fuck anyone who doesn't care about you. Fuck any ex-bitch or any ex-nigga who doubted you or fucked you up mentally and shit. Like, bro, I've been through my fair share of shit. But that's why you're making music, bro. Utilize anything that happens in your life and make the best kind of music that you can make because only you can spread that certain message, bro. Like, yeah, like, everyone chants about, like, oh, don't be depressed and manifest your shit. But it's like, dude, like, only you have your way of creating that style of message. So, like, utilize everything that happens in your life and just work on it, bro. Like, fucking do what you gotta do. Be smart, be happy, make yourself happy, and just, love yourself, man.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, there's, like, this one, like, going off the whole thing of, like, using, like, experiences in your life. The whole aerospace interview and, like, I'm in a relationship now. Shout out to my girlfriend. She's amazing. But anyways,
Thank you.
not you.
Too
Anyways,
soon.
fuck you. I'm kidding. I love you, Smoke. But anyways, so like this was like I remember I basically went on like this was really cringy for me talking about. Like I'm cringing really hard telling this story. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, but basically, I went on a date with this one girl. I liked her, and I basically ended up just like screwing it up. We didn't, not that like I like said anything bad or like I did anything really bad. It's just that we didn't click. And, you know, it was like during the winter and like I was already hella depressed. So then it just got it fucking like, even though it's like not that big of a deal, like that shit, it still fucked me up, quite a bit. Like just, you know, like the fact game rejected sucks, you know, that's a thing. But I was editing. It was like literally the timing was I was literally starting to edit the aerospace interview, and I basically kind of just stopped and spent like I'd say maybe like 30 minutes to an hour just like kind of just like, you know, being depressed, listening to music, you know, thinking about life and stuff like that. But then, you know, and then I got this thought in my head. I'm like, what am I doing right now? Like I'm literally just sitting here, you know, like letting this person control my feelings and like they're a good person. I'm not saying that they're like intending any harm, but like I'm letting this one experience control how I'm feeling right now. And like it's okay to feel sad, but like I ended up taking, and this is like the time, like I wish I could do this all the time, but like, you know, like this is like one of those once in a blue moon situations where I took that energy of how sad I was feeling and I put that into motivation. I was like, well, you know what? Like I'm going to do something good. You know, I'm not going to let this one situation ruin my day, you know, ruin my weekend. And I grinded out that entire interview. And like, even though it's only like 38 minutes long, I still had to color grade the entire thing. Cause we filmed it outside and the sun kept like, you know, it was like evening. So like I had to color grade a lot of it and do a lot of editing. So, you know, it took like hours to edit, but you know, I got it done in one sitting. In one night, and I'm really proud of it. And it's still it's my most popular interview right now, and honestly, like, it's still one of my favorites. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for if you guys are still listening right now, thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the interview. Shout out to Infinite Smoke for coming out and doing this interview. Y'all are amazing.
What you mean coming out? I'm still in my room.
Well, in a way, you know, like hopping on the Discord call.
Bro,
you know what I
I
mean?
just hopped the fucking Uber to get here, dude.
You know what I mean. But anyways,
I know. I fucking love you,
yeah.
dog.
Hey, make sure to go check out Infinite Smoke. I'll leave their links in the description down below. Smoke just dropped his new album, Hell's Inside. Stream that. Infi's got his album coming out very soon, so make sure to stick around, stay tuned for that. Also, make sure to go check out my stuff. I'll leave that link in the description down below. Shout out to 1221 for making the music for my outro. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next interview.
When you look at my eyes, you can tell I don't play games. The people I hang with about our things, so I be cutting ties with people who be acting fake. Can't get caught up in no stupid shit. I'm trying to starve and stay alive and hit. For the top, I cut ties with people who be acting fake and feeling lies like let my shit die. Trying to move my family to the